Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Camera Yogi. So today I'm at home. I'm off for a few days. So I just took a few days off so that I can sort some things out. It's not very hot today, but it's sunny, very sunny and good weather for working. Now I can not see any single cloud. The sun is over there. Everything is right. At the moment it's about 12:30 in the afternoon. So everything is good. It's a little bit warm, but it's okay for me. If I really need to work, I don't think it is very uncomfortable. I can continue working. There's no problem with me. So I've got some vegetables. See how they look like these days, because the temperatures are rising. So since the temperatures are rising, also these plants grow very well. They grow very, very, very because of the warm temperatures around. Then also my vegetables are doing very, very, very well. There's too much vegetables these days. So much of them. Too much really. Yeah, so there's a lot of vegetables around in the garden. And then also I've got a few here. All very, very good. They look so good. Very, very nice and clean, and they're growing very, very well. Yeah, so today, as I said, I'm at home. I'm doing nothing. I didn't go to work, but I've got some work to do. Yesterday, I started a small project here I just want to make some, what they call them, raised garden beds. So I've got some timber here. These are parts that I started yesterday to assemble. I started to assemble some of them. This is my work horses. That's where I work from. Yeah, this is where I work from. And then this is something that I've done so far. It's not yet finished, but I'll continue, put some more on it. And then I hope that one is going to get finished. I'm going to make two of them. So I'll finish. I'm looking forward to finishing one today, and then the other one. So this one is done. It has got some. It's a raised bed. It has got some feet, some legs, 4 legs. So I'll extend it up to this side. That's how it looks like. So these are raised beds. That's my son and his wife. They asked me to make them because at the place where they are living, they've got limited space, so they need these ones so that they can grow vegetables and herbs. So it will be that one and this one. So I've already started. And then I was supposed to finish them yesterday, but I didn't have more timbers. So yesterday I ordered some timber, which was delivered a few minutes ago. That's the timber that was delivered today over there. So this is part of what I'll use, but I don't think that I'll use all of it. I'll use some of it. I don't think I'll finish. That's what I'll be using to build these garden beds. So that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. So the best thing now, what I'll do is to go grab them from outside and then place those timbers inside here and then start working. And I hope that it is not going to be too warm for me. I think it will be good for me to work in this sunny day. So stay tuned. Now I've got to look at a small, another same sized panel. I'll put in the center. Then that's it for this one. Then I'll add a little bit on top, maybe half of that one like this. I'll add on top, right round. Okay, let me get some, get the timber and cut it up.